So Sonic is unchanged. We won't change the Sonic because it's board that's been evolving. In fact, we started with that. Like the first recess was the Sonic. And we were really ocean oriented. That's the board we've been working the most from the beginning with Travis, and after with Titouan. That's where all the effort was put the first years, because the first years all the races were ocean races, very few flat water races, and people were downwinding a lot. So if you ask me, like you go in the ocean for a downwind, from all these boards, I don't even think I take this one. It's more comfortable. Okay. The problem is like the new generation of paddler that came, like Titouan, Shuri, like Noik. They are so good that they make this board, the Carolina, works faster. Okay. If you are Shan, if you're gonna go for 30K downwind, you take a Carolina or a Sonic, you're gonna take a Sonic because he can't be fast for 30K on a Carolina. It's exhausting. You've got to run on your board. So these guys, they can do it, and they've been winning downwind races on board that were not at the beginning made for downwind. So that's the problem the industry had. Connor started with flat water race, like you go flat water board, and you go like how they do it. But we can't do it. Your client can't do it. And like I've been advising some guys in Sweden or Norway, I don't know, like to get a Sonic, because he showed me some video of where he was paddling, and he called me back after. He said, "Look, Alain, it's so easy compared to the Carolina." I know it's so easy. So I know it's not the fashion, it's not the board in demand, because the races are not like that anymore, and the good guys are not winning on that because they are too slow on that board. But I can assure you I am faster on that board than on this one, because the first 5 minutes maybe I'm gonna be 10 seconds faster on this one, and after it's gonna be a 10-minute difference. At the end of 1 hour on this one, I'm still gonna have fun. On this one, I will be dead. So that's really an issue, because it's a board that is stopping to be popular, but people would have fun on it. And if you're just paddling for yourself, or even if you go in a training group, don't think it's super slow on flat water. It's not true. The tail is the same than the Carolina. That's something else that we did, so people in our brand, the good paddler, can swap from one board to the other without having to train specifically. So it's the same kind of tail. The front is really different, a lot more rocker, but it's not a slow board, and it's not perceived as a fast board on the flat. But if you just next to the ocean and you spend more time in the ocean, for me, I take that. And I know it's against what's happening at the moment, so we don't change it, because it was really the end of the evolution for the downwind. Everything we will do to change it will maybe make it better at that, but not as good at something else. There is no reason to change it. And but it has a purpose. The purpose at the moment is not in fashion. It's not where the market goes. But we keep it. We could say, okay, take it out of the range, But we keep it, because if somebody lives somewhere, there is some bump, or in Tahiti, and if you're 40 years old in Tahiti, there is some bump. 40 years old, it's young to me. If you're 60 years old in Tahiti and you want to go in the bumps, get this one, Like me, I still paddle my Sonic rather than the Carolina if I go downwind. So we will carry it doing it. We won't make it evolve, because there is nothing to bring that will make it faster, because that's not the purpose. If we want to make it faster, you know what we do? We do a Carolina. Okay? But if we want to make it easier, we keep this one. And we will keep this one, so that if some people from a certain fitness still want to go in the ocean, they can have this one. And we're going to keep the wide one just for that. So it's not, like when you're in the ocean, it's not, I can stand on a 20. When you're in the ocean, you're surviving. And when you've got some width, you need some width. And this one's got enough width. It's super stable. Look, when did I use it? Last year I went to Santa Pola. I did the short race, open race. I'm 60 years old. I crossed the line fourth with this board. So all the guys in front, they were 18 years old, and after like the 30 years old, they were all behind on boards more demanding. I had that. I remember I had a 76 paddle. I crossed the line fourth. So out of 80 people, so like it works, it works. It doesn't need to be changed, and but we will keep it in a range so that I still can rest when I go somewhere. So yeah, so no change on this one, but so same kind of level, same exit of water, same deck, very low on the water. The bottom is not similar, but very, the main difference is starting from here. You've got a lot more rocker, so like you don't have to move back, when you hit the front. But you can see all these boards, they look the same, but if they look the same, it's because they work, they've been working. To be frank with you, this one I started to make it, my first prototype is 8 years ago, okay? I can assure you, if I give it the board, I still know where it is. If I give it to someone to race, a good guy, he can still win a race on it. So like, we've been evolving through comfort, we've been evolving through a lot of things, but we haven't been making any revolution, Like, honestly, you can go through all the other brands. They went through all phases of concaves, of V, of whatever, double concave, triple concave, I don't know. We've been working with the same kind of hull forever, a bit more convex, a bit more flat, but every year has been very, very tiny, the difference. And that's why we know where we're going, and we don't ever expect anything spectacular in the shape for the hull from us, because it won't happen, because we've got something that works. And if you look at the canoe, the ski, it's the same. You take a ski from 10 years old, you can win. And I'm very proud, look at Shoei. I designed the board of Shoei. It was the first prototype of this generation 4 years ago. With COVID, I'm not sure if it's 4 or 5 years ago. BIM, world champion this year. So that was the board I designed for Trav, for Carolina. I know it was a prototype, so you get the range a bit after, but I designed that board 4 or 5 years ago when I designed it.
And he liked that board so much.
And he keeps it, okay?
And he paid for it.
And he paid for it, yeah, okay. But like, what I mean is like, you can be world champion of a board that has been designed 5 years ago. If you take a board from 5 years ago from some other brand, you're going to have something that is really different, In 5 years, they've got shapes that are changing every year. We don't, and we will carry on like that. So I know you don't like changes every year, but like I'd rather go with very little changes, fine changes, than something radical that doesn't work. And every time we're testing, and every time if it's not better, if it's as good, different as good, we don't take it. If it's not better, we don't take it. That's why I need 1 more week next weekend. Okay?